When you're taking your kid fishing, you're probably wondering where you should go. There are so many options, lakes and rivers and streams and oceans and ponds. They're all over the place, and you don't know anything about them. One of the most important things is something that's close to you, because that's going to be easy to get to. You don't want to spend a half an hour to get to where the fish are, because your kid's going to be upset by then. They're like, how long is it going to take? Are we there yet? Where's the snacks? Can I go to the burger place? Can I go to the ice cream place? Can I go to the candy place? And they've totally forgot about fishing now, the thing that they asked for. So don't do that. Pick something close by that has fish in it. You can just go online and search, does this lake? Or go on Google Maps and find something near you and see if it has fish on it by clicking blah, 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 lake fishing. And you'll see somebody posting about catching fish there, or something from the government that says something like that. Cool. Now, once you're there, you need to find public access. Unless there's a public boat ramp and you can rent a boat, or you have a boat and you can go out there. I'm like, you should be know how to fishing. You should know how to fish anyway. You got that. But most people are going to be going on the shore, like I am right now. And if there's no public access, there's just houses all the way around the thing. I personally do not like that. Can't do that in Hawaii. But if there is, you're gonna have to go to another place or make some new friends that live in the house. That's always an option, but highly unlikely. So once you find the public access, then you need to find what is the area like. Now, if you see a little hole in the woods and it's public property and it's covered with trees like all over here, that's not a good spot. Why? Because when you cast, you need to cast to the side or you need to cast overhead. Sometimes you can flip it if that's an advanced skill, which I'll be teaching on my course, Be the Hero, which you can see down in the description below, as well as my other course, Ask a Fisherman, where you can ask me questions. But we'll get to that later. But you want something that's wide open. As you see here, the trees are in the far areas and the ones that overhang are way over there. So you have a wide angle of entry for you to put your artificial bait or your live bait in the water. This is great when you're first learning to fish because, as you'll see, when you learn to cast, you're not quite as accurate as you are after a couple of months. Maybe you'll try to cast to a spot and maybe you'll get within 6 feet, left to right, up or down, where you were trying to cast. But with repeated casts, you're obviously going to get better, just like everything else. Anything you do more often, you get better at. This is the same thing. And thankfully, fishing